and wherever you are in the free Odyssey app. Good Friday morning, a feel-good football Friday, the last one of the 2023 NFL season. Of course, now we are in 2024, Super Bowl 58, just a couple of days away, and we will finally see these two teams face off in Las Vegas on Sunday. Also, the Knicks making a couple of moves yesterday to help bolster this roster. A couple of guys that we were talking about yesterday that should help out. And this is going to be a weekend that is going to be pure craziness as we started to see everybody flood in yesterday. Just as the day went on, thousands and thousands of people just everywhere descended on this city for this game. Good morning, Boomer. How are you?
Yeah, good morning, Jay. I almost slept through the wake-up alarm because I thought I had on a sleep angle of it, the snore angle of it. I didn't. So I woke up literally, I want to say 31 minutes ago.
The snore angle?
Well, whatever it is, the sleep angle,
I don't know. I'm not familiar with the sleep.
The alarm goes off. You hit the sleep
snooze?
button. Yeah, snooze button.
Snooze.
Whatever.
Okay, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, gotcha.
Thank you. As my food has arrived.
Yeah, I understand. I slept like absolute dog crap last night,
that's
too.
the problem. You can't really get to sleep, you know what I mean?
Just horrendous.
So I did get back to my hotel room at a reasonable hour, 7:30.
Mm-hmm.
And I figured, okay, I'm good to go. And then I realized that, we have to leave this hotel today.
So you packed?
So I have a meeting at 9 o'clock at the other hotel.
Yeah.
So I had to pack last night. And then, I don't know what you guys are doing because you have a little bit more free time than I do to get over to that hotel.
Yeah.
And then supposedly we're playing golf today.
Not supposedly. These are plans we made together.
All right. Okay. We are playing. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. So there was a lot of crap going on yesterday that I tried to catch up on and packing and all that other stuff. So needless to say, I slept through the snooze part of the alarm.
Yeah. I mean, and it happens. And we were slightly concerned that maybe you would not be here on time or be here at all. And maybe you had just said, screw this. I am quitting. I've done enough this week. I've done enough this week. I'll see you guys on Monday.
And by the way, I did nothing yesterday, relaxed pretty much the entire day until our Breitling event last night, which was great. And thank you guys for coming. But once you're starting packing, you're like, oh my God, I got to put this here. What do I keep out? What don't I keep out? What am I wearing tomorrow for golf? I don't want to tick off any of your TikTok followers or anybody else
followers
by not by wearing appropriate clothing, as they all thought that I wore jeans the other day.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, I know people are just, did they just sit at home, have nothing to do?
Yeah. A lot of them, not all of them. I mean,
we live work balance, so let's stay at home and not go to work, and let's just rip boom on X.
I mean, of all the things you could be ripped on, them misidentifying the clothing type of your pants is not the worst thing.
I actually thought I looked pretty good.
Yeah, I mean,
Jerry had the MC Hammer pants on.
He did have the MC Hammer pants on. I forget, someone quoted that picture, tweeted that picture and said, Jerry looks like the starter, Gio looks like a fan who won a contest, and Boomer looks like Boomer. I was like,
pretty accurate.
That's not so bad. That's not so bad.
Yes, I know. So anyway,
all the stuff that you're talking about logistically, when yesterday my mind was, all right, let's get through the show, get through today, and then I'll deal with that packing stuff is what kept me up last night. It should be a simple thing. You pack at a certain time, you move, you get a car, you go over to the other hotel, whatever. You have a clock on you, you know what time it is, but I'm just tossing, turning. What if I need this? What do I do this? There's not enough cars. What if these guys are going? And I'm just going back and forth, tossing and turning for no stupid reason at all.
Well, then there's the other aspect of it, which is Monday, we're back here in this studio.
That's right.
Which means we have to get up even earlier to get over here in time because we'll be coming from a different place.
That is correct.
And then after that, we are leaving. And I don't think I'm looking at guys that I'm traveling with, and I don't think any one of these guys, meaning Al or Eddie, know exactly what the hell we're doing on Monday and how we're doing it. Do you have any idea?
I know we're coming back here. My plan, and I think Eddie's as well, is to show up here for the warm-up show by 5 a.m. New York time with our bags intact, and we're going to walk right from here and then somehow get to the plane.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you because I thought you were going to say, I'll get to it when I get to it.
No.
Because what ends up happening when you get to it, then all of a sudden that's when you start jamming up timing. And we can't be jammed up.
No, I know this is going to be running like that.
Fine oiled machine.
Yes.
Oh, it can't be jammed up, too, because there's going to be 8 gazillion flights that are happening on Monday morning.
Yes.
So when we got to get out, we got to get out.
You know, the only good news about a West Coast Super Bowl, which this is that people like to leave after the Super Bowl. They'd rather go home than stay here.
Like leave right after the game.
Right. So I would say there's got to be at least 50% of the airplanes that are here are probably going to leave on Sunday night.
Yeah. I mean, the game will be over after 7 o'clock local time, right? Right around
They'll
there.
just be jammed up on the tarmac trying to get out.
Ugh. Which happened to not to you because you weren't on that particular flight, but Eddie was telling me this story yesterday. I don't think I ever knew this story in the way that it happened, where you guys were on the tarmac on a plane for 6 hours waiting to take off.
Yeah, the wait on the tarmac after the Pacquiao Mayweather was longer than the flight.
I mean, that's pure panic spot
and
there.
Boomer, in one of his best moves of all time, bailed on our flight and got on somebody else's flight and was good to go.
Well, for some reason, the flight that was being operated and put together by Craig, very nice, but I knew that there was going to be issues somewhere along the line because there always is. Like I told you, it had me hopping over Las Vegas Boulevard and the medians at like 1 a.m. I don't know what the hell I was doing, but I said, you know what? I think I'm going to go home earlier if I can. And I was, sure enough, I was invited on an earlier flight. But even that flight, while we were supposed to leave at 7 a.m, I don't think we took off until 8:45. And the reason for that was because of the amount of planes that were sitting on the tarmac and how they had them all parked in together. And they had to move like 3 planes before the plane that we were leaving on could actually get out of the maze of probably 1,000 private jets for that Mayweather-Pacquiao fight that were there.
Yeah, and there's probably going to be more for this Super Bowl, right? Wouldn't you think?
Yeah, I would think, at least there's a couple of airports that, that are now a little bit more serviceable in and around the area, which will take some of the load off of Harry Reid International Airport.
Uh-huh. Some of the load off of Harry Reid.
Yes.
Let's take it off. But yes, this is going to be chaos. And you started to see it yesterday. I mean, I thought Monday through Wednesday, everything was very quiet around here. Last night, Eddie and I walking back from the Breitling event, you could just feel just like people coming out of the ground, dropping out of the sky and spilling out of hotel windows.
And today will be worse.
Oh, yeah.
Guaranteed today will be worse. And I mean, this is, I'm just trying to think. I think this is a great Super Bowl city. I really do, because there's a million things to do, whether we're playing golf, whether we're hiking, whether we're shopping, or whether you're going to a show or going to the Sphere like you and Gina did yesterday.
The Sphere.
I mean, just kind of, when you take into account everything that is going on, how close the stadium is to where we are right now in the middle of the Strip. I mean, this reminds me a little bit of the Indianapolis Super Bowl, but with the gambling, with all the restaurants and everything. Remember,
and the hookers.
What's that?
And the hookers also.
Well, yeah, okay, that's good.
There were hookers in Indianapolis, too. Lots of them. Al?
I don't recall seeing hookers in Indianapolis.
I don't either.
I think they're more comfortable being out and about here in Vegas.
Oh yeah, they're indigenous to this area, are they not? This didn't like Americo Vespucci come over here and find hookers in Nevada just right off just started to house themselves?
I don't know. I have no idea. But the point being is that, look, it's a great city for this. It really is. I mean, we all know that. You could feel it.
Yeah.
I mean, and like I say, the reason it actually reminds me a little bit of New Orleans.
Okay.
New Orleans had the same type of feel. Indianapolis, if you remember that Super Bowl, it was a beautiful week. It was in the 50s, 40s or 50s. And you could walk literally everywhere you wanted to walk to. That was a part of like the Super Bowl experience. And I think that's kind of how this feels. It's just that Las Vegas Boulevard becomes a nightmare with traffic.
Oh my God. I know. And then coming back from golf, Jerry and I yesterday, it was traffic on the interstate too.
But you played at Penitentiary Golf?
Dude.
Where was it?
It's a place called Desert Pines that was dropped in the middle of squalor. Like I don't know how this place is still there.
Did they have sliders?
No, they didn't have sliders. They had walkers, like zombies, just around, like crack zombies. It was crazy. It was. There was one point, so right outside of the place, there were people who lived in tents that were just right outside the golf course.
They have their own tent city here.
Yeah.
Well, it's better than living at the airport, I think.
I suppose. But yeah, then we pull in there, and it's just there's walls and barbed wire fence around the entire course because they don't want whatever
tent. They don't want tents on the golf course.
They don't want the tent people to move in.
Now, is a public course?
Yeah, it's a public course, and it's just one of these things, one of these bait and switch situations. You know, I feel like, thank God that I did not grow up in like the dating app world, because I feel like this would happen all the time. Where online, something looks great. You Google this Desert Pines thing, it looks wondrul. As Stephen Waldron that was originally the place that we were going to play again today. And he was like, oh, I looked it up, man. It's great. It's a peak dye course. It's got a little water. It's got a little elevation. I'm like, it really looks great online. So it's top 5 course. And you show up there, and it is just pure, just bottom of the barrel, syringe, bottle, can stuff. I hit a drive left. It's a tight fairway, hit a drive left, and I see it's like goes right next to the highway. And then I'm just like, I'm not going over there and looking. Just like, oh, give it a look. Why not? We got time. There's people in front of us. He goes over there, comes back. He goes, no ball, bottles, cans, syringes. I was like, oh.
Bottles, cans, syringes.
Like,
wow, I'll tell you what, you're really becoming uppity, man. You got to go to now.
No.
Okay.
Don't do that to me. I know that you're busting balls, but I love myself a West Sayville public golf course in Suffolk County, run by Suffolk County in the park system, is awesome. And I played there 10 million times last year. This was different. And the course was fine once you were in, the friendly confines of the barbed wire. It was okay, but it just felt creepy. It just felt like on the other side of that wall.
What's the name of it?
Desert Pines.
You should call it like Desert Penitentiary. That's what they should call it.
Like I've never been. Have you ever played a golf course that had barbed wire around the whole thing?
No.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's just it was a new experience for all of us. And we got teamed up with this German couple where the woman.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Yeah, no, that's basically. Would you like to join us? That's because we were two twosomes. We're waiting on a foursome.
Yeah.
Would you like to play together? So yeah, it was. And she was a teaching pro, and the husband. I'd never seen a display of someone getting emasculated as badly as what was going on with this. She was out driving him. She was like par, birdie. He's all over the place. He's in the bottles and the syringes trying to knock the ball back in. And she's just like, keep your head down. Don't swing so violently. But it was tough.
So these people came from Germany thinking that they were playing on this
world-class
golf course.
Right. Probably did the same. And they're like on a golf trip. So they flew up to San Francisco, played a bunch of courses up there, and have driven down through California now into Las Vegas to play all these golf courses. They probably did the same thing, like what we did. We Googled it. This was going to be great. And show up there, and it was woof. And then I decided to. It's like the difference between the day before and then yesterday, where I see it's like a bunch of traffic coming back to the Wynn from there. So I'm like, I'm not. I like getting the nice. Uber when I'm become an Uber snob. I will say that.
Okay.
So I like to get the nice Uber. So then I'm like, oh man, that's like the price difference is like ridiculous. And it's just Jerry and I. So it's just two. So I was like, I'll just get the regular Uber XL. This guy shows up in a Toyota Highlander that looked like it had just gotten to an accident. like it was, the front end was like smoking. And he pulls up into Desert Penitentiary to pick Jerry and I up. It pops I wanted to ask, like, did this just happen? Because it also said like he was going to be there in 4 minutes, then it jumped up to 10 minutes. I think it just happened, the accident. And then so we getting driven back. Meanwhile, the day before, we were carried out and people were fanning us as we were leaving the place, throwing us fresh fruit as we were.
So you've had the full experience for sure.
Yeah.
So overall, your trip here to Vegas has been
awesome.
Okay.
I haven't done as much. I've stayed basically at the Wynn, but when we've played golf a few times, but everything is close. It's been great. I really enjoyed the energy walking down to Caesars or walking from Caesars at nighttime and everybody around. I joke around about all the people, but I think this is a great host city. I think the stigma of it being a place that NFL players can't handle because, they're going to get in trouble. We haven't seen a thing this week about any of that.
No, but then again, like when I'm not sure what they can and cannot do, running into like Trevor Lawrence last night who shows up.
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't ask for a better representative of your league.
Yeah.
I mean, the kid is unbelievable. I could not, by the way, this is the first time I had met him in person. I could not believe how big he was.
I know, really, really tall.
But built like a freaking, like a Mack truck.
Yeah. It does help offset his feminine facial features, the fact that he's that thick and big, because it kind of has.
So this is what you guys were discussing after you met him?
No. I just brought that up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't want to lump them in, but that's what I was thinking to myself. It's like, man, this is a big, strong, tall guy, and the fact that he kind of looks like a woman, I'm not thinking about as much when I see him in person. That was just what my brain was thinking. I'm not the only one. He's got the long hair and he's pretty. What do you want me to say?
Yeah, and there's that a couple of years ago, I think when he was still at Clemson, there was that photo comparison between him and a girl. They looked like almost identical.
I mean, this is in no way trying to knock him. He just has a clean, very clean, feminine face with beautiful long blonde hair.
All right, so he's 6'5", 240 pounds of freaking muscle
with a lady face.
Oh, now he has a lady face.
He's a tremendously good-looking man.
Yes,
but he's pretty. You know what I'm saying? He's not like gruff man face. He's pretty.
What was his nickname in college? Was what, Sunshine?
Sunshine. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he was kind of like a ray of sunshine last night.
Yeah. No, he certainly was. He was one of those guys that had an aura about him. Aura spot.
Yeah. I'm just thinking that. I mean, I don't know. It's just like you guys standing there. You're a part of it. It's great. You're having a good time. But of course, there always has to be something where you are looking at people. You have this. I could just imagine guys all sitting over there drinking a champagne going, yeah, he's got a lady face.
Well, what I said last night was I felt like we were your, like, step kids that you were ashamed of that had to come to this event. And like the NFL Today crew was the family you were proud of. And like you gave us a talking to before, like just shut up.
No,
all right? Don't make any noise.
Did I do that? Did I do any of that? See, again, this is the perception, or I don't know what it is with you. I don't know why you would think that.
But it's because of our presence. Like we're in the corner.
Did I?
You didn't do anything wrong. Don't take this personally. I'm not saying
don't take it personally. How am I supposed to take it?
We're knocking ourselves. We're not knocking you. You didn't do anything to make us feel like that. It was just the energy in the room. Big money is in there. And then we're huddled up in the corner eating these pigs in a blanket as if we were having the top French restaurant food of all time.
By the way, yeah, the best pigs in a blanket I've ever had. That's But wherever the activity was centered, we were on the periphery. Like wherever it moved, we just felt naturally to move to the periphery.
Yeah, we were in the back.
Wait a minute, time out. I saw you face to face. I want to say was it Coach Cowher or
Phil Simms? Phil.
Well, that was because Phil, brought me over and wanted to have some fun and make fun. And Phil knows me for years.
Oh, okay. All right. So that was Phil.
Yeah.
But he's right. We were in the back in the beginning, in the back of the store, and all the celebs.
Well, you guys got there like 45 minutes early or something.
We didn't want to be late.
Yeah, I know. I understand that.
So we were in the back when the celebrities were in the front. Then when you guys were going to do like your kind of chalk talk and the celebrities started moving to the back, Gio said, I think it's time for us to move to the other side. Like,
you just had a feel. It was just an unspoken thing. And like I'm trying to say, you didn't do anything to make us feel like that. It's just that's how we feel. It's just
Wait a minute.
like
how did I introduce you to everybody there?
In an amazing way. This is my radio partner, Gio. We've had a great week. You did everything to a T what a professional would do. It's just that us in that room together have this feeling of, let's not screw this up. Let's get out of here so Dad doesn't hate us. And let's go back to the hotel.
And by the way, I think Jerry was wearing those same MC Hammer pants again last night. That was a little. I noticed those pants. I'm like, Jerry, you got it. Remember how Drew Barrymore told you yesterday?
Yeah.
That your jeans don't fit you right.
Yeah. But which is crazy because these are. I mean, this is my waist size and everything. My ass has gotten so flat that it's just. I would have to have some real nut huggers to have my ass pop through the back of my pants.
I think that's what she's expecting the next time she sees you.
Just want to see that. I'm telling you right now, I don't think that would be a good look for me. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. And then,
Not a good look.
And then, of course, C.J. Mosley shows up.
Yeah.
Great guy, by the way.
Yeah. I remember what I said to him. I said, he goes, "Oh, it's nice to meet you." I said, "No, this is not the first time we've met. I saw you in training camp. We interviewed you when everything was great." And he goes, "Yeah, it was a good 10 minutes."
How about Woody Johnson's comments?
Yeah, we didn't have a backup. We need a backup quarterback. We didn't have one last year. Yeah, it's great. I loved it.
And he's really mad. And this is our year, basically saying if not, he's going to be looking for somebody else to come in and run the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, I would hope so if they're another massive failure.
But it's like every time around this time, because I guess, obviously Woody's out here, and I don't know where they were in terms of where the media could get to him.
Yeah.
Do you know where it was?
Yeah, he was on the red carpet of the NFL honors.
Okay. He was there last
sense.
night.
Yeah,
Okay.
makes sense. Yeah, he doesn't answer a lot of questions to the media, Woody Johnson. Right? You don't see a lot.
Not normally. That's what I'm saying. So he ended up running into some media there. Took an axe to Zach Wilson.
Oh yeah. Hacked him up in front of everybody.
He hacked him up in front of everybody. That's right. Okay.
All right. We have a lot to get to, including Jerry's first update. It's Boomer and Gio on the Fan and CBS Sports Network live from the Blue Wire Studios.